Hey everyone, I'm Sana and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm back with my March plan with me setup. This month I really wanted to do a theme that resonates within me and makes me feel better about life. And so here I am drawing a bunch of food items. I start off by drawing a hot dog on the top left, and I made a donut, an ice cream, a cookie, a wrap, a pizza, and some chips. So, March is actually my birth month, and I really wanted to do this theme because honestly, junk food is literally my life. I also think it's a great way to make a colorful spread because every food item is so different and unique with a vast range of colors, so it ended up looking really nice and colorful. I wrote March in a cursive font in the center of the page, and for the calendar, I finally purchased these silicone calendar stamps. I swear these make life so much easier. Thanks to the person who invented them, they're literally a lifesaver. Going in with the colors, I used hues mainly on the warm side of the color spectrum, so a lot of browns, oranges, yellows, and red tones were used, and just a few greens for the leafy items. Overall, the spread ended up looking super cute, and I'm sure I'm gonna regret this later on when I look at this spread all throughout March and crave for food. On the quote page, I made a small chopstick holding spaghetti, and I wrote the quote, "Don't be upsetty, eat some spaghetti." It sounds a little bit childish, but honestly, spaghetti is my ultimate comfort food, and I think this is the most meaningful quote for me here. The best part about these food doodles were that when I got to color them in, it just looked like they were brought to life all of a sudden. For the calendar spread, I wrote March on the top left and made a calendar layout. I used a ruler this time because having clean lines just made this spread look a lot more neater. I made a few food items on the top beside the word March and made a takeout container of noodles on the left of the calendar. For an additional touch, I added a few flying noodles around to make the spread look a bit more composed. For the social tracker, I made a cheese stick being pulled in half, and on the broken pieces of the cheese stick, I'll track my Insta and YouTube growth. This is actually my favorite part of this spread because it ended up looking so cool after I colored it in. Next up is my mood tracker. I wrote mood tracker on the top of the page and I made a giant ice cream with sprinkles. So each sprinkle is going to be a tracker for the day, and this will of course have a corresponding color that I'm going to allot in the key later on. I also added a bunch of sprinkles around the ice cream cone to fill up the page better, and some 4-point stars as well. If anyone watching this knows me, would know for a fact that I'm a sucker for ice cream. Anyway, so after adding 31 days in, I colored in the rest of my ice cream and the flying sprinkles, and for the color key I chose red, orange, green, and yellow. For my habit tracker, I pulled out 6 habits that I want to track. I wrote habit tracker on the top of the page and made a bunch of foods stacked on top of each other, starting off with a bed of french fries and burger. On top of that, I made a sandwich, a donut, a wrap, a pizza, and some chicken drumsticks. It ended up looking pretty interesting, the way everything was stacked on top of each other, and honestly, isn't that the dream? I used the silicone calendar stamps, 3 on either side of the food, and wrote the habits that I want to track on top of the mini calendars. Honestly, I'm still so shook that this took literally a split second to write all the dates. Seriously, one of the best purchases ever. Next, I made my expense tracker. Ever since I started making these, I've always used the same format. I wrote expense tracker on the top and made my usual go-to template, sectioning date, description, plus and minus. On the bottom part of the spread, I made a bunch of food items from a top angle. So there's a pizza, cookie, coffee, and some noodles. I repeated a lot of food items throughout the spread because I did want to keep a consistency throughout. So anyways, I colored in all the items using my Sakura Kois and moved on to my gratitude list. So for the gratitude list, I wrote gratitude on top and made 2 boxes, dividing the days in half. I contained these boxes with a line on the top and bottom and added the numbers for all 31 days. Below the table, I drew some more food items, including a hot dog, a shrimp, and a pizza slice. I also wrote reminder food exists for days when I'm feeling down, and I think that's the best way to remind yourself of the beautiful fast food items that exist in the world. For the last spread of this video, I made my weekly spread starting off by writing March on the top left and made 6 vertical columns for the days of the week. I don't usually go for vertical columns, but I feel like a change is due and I'm going to try and explore more layouts for weekly spreads. On the top right corner of the spread, I made some sandwiches and french fries, and on the bottom right, I made an ice cream cone. On the bottom, I made a box for the goals of the week and I colored in all the food items, and after that, I was pretty much done. I really hope you guys enjoyed this month's setup. I know it was a little bit different from my usual setups, but I'm trying to make unique and different themes this year, so your feedback is really important for me. Let me know in the comments below if you like this change, and also let me know what your favorite spread was. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post videos every week, and if you happen to recreate this spread, don't forget to hit me up on Twitter and Instagram. I recently made a new journaling account called panda.journaling, so if you guys are fellow bullet journal enthusiasts, give me a follow and let's be friends. I really hope you guys had fun watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please take very good care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!